today I'm going to continue talking about the celebrities. We've had some surprising insights into the celebrities. Jay and I have been brainstorming about this, and he too is developing a sixth sense. So let us look into celebrities, and some of them will surprise you. One of the people, or two of the people that I was totally convinced were into the pedophile thing were Tom Hanks and Robert De Niro. We discovered that neither of them actually are into pedophilia. The thing that distinguishes those that are messed up and those that are not are those that are into pedophilia and human sacrifice and cult rituals, and those who are basically spying for the white hats. So Tom Hanks and Robert De Niro, both brilliant actors, were pulled in to play their part as white hats. They never actually truly were involved in the pedophilia or in the rituals that were going on, but they were utilized and approached quite a long time ago about what is going on in Hollywood and to be a part of bringing these people down. So they basically acted as spies, and they played a very good role in that regard. Others that are also innocent, who have also been going along with the script, are Oprah and all of her friends that surround her, like Dr. Phil. These people are good people. They're not involved in these terrible things. And it makes sense to me because they have lived lives where they've contributed to society and made the world a better place. Others that are also working undercover, of course Trump. Trump has been involved for years. He was the first one to really work with the FBI back in 2008 about Epstein Island and what was going on there. And he even called it a cesspool. And he was the one that really put into place the investigation of pedophiles. It was one of his first things that he did when he came into office, was to increase vigilance and control over the pedophile problem. Sean Penn too has been working undercover. We have Nicolas Cage, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Aniston also on the right side. I'm shown that Jennifer Aniston and her friends are still very unaware of how serious the pedophile problem is, and they have an attitude of sort of like the Karen, so to speak, where it's something they don't want to get involved with or know about. But they are good people. So on the bad side, I can confirm Barack Obama and the Clintons, Hillary Clinton and Bill, very closely aligned to the pedophilic problem, using food to describe it. So we had the Pizzagate story, where in Hillary's emails it was discovered that she was talking in code of food to describe certain children and how these children were trafficked. So we know that they are part of the problem. So Tom Hanks is very, very important. And I'm not sure if any of you were following at the time, but about 2 years ago he disappeared for about 3 months. And in this time he was giving photos that were very cryptic, and two of them were on a military ship. He confirmed that he was on a military ship. This was his way of letting people know in the world that he has been taken into protection. And after that, he only appeared in highly protected circumstances. So Tom Hanks is actually a good person. I was very surprised by that. Then we go down the line of inquiry about the rap stars, because obviously the rap industry has been greatly important in encouraging drugs and sex and gangsterism and taken a whole generation down a very dark hole. There are a number of emerging rap artists who are independent, such as Tom MacDonald, very important in the White Hat story, and Eminem, surprisingly. So what we found out about Eminem is that he was pulled quite far into the lizard cult. When he released his album, I think in 2008 already, he was starting to let people know of the memories that he had of these rituals that he attended. He was heavily drugged. He never killed anybody. He was never a pedophile. But it really messed him up. And he was pulled into the white hats, and he went very, very dark down the wormhole to help them identify the pedophiles and find out who is who in the zoo. Actually a very powerful, very good guy who has been at the heartbeat in his rap music of everything that has been going on. He has been telling a story through his rap music, The same as Justin Bieber. I do believe that Justin Bieber could have been sexually abused. He also has been trying to tell his story. Many singers have found out about the pedophilia ring and have been suicided, such as Avicii, the lead singer from SoundCloud. These people were all telling the world there's a problem. We also have Solar Silence, and we have Linkin Park. These lead singers have joined forces to try to expose the pedophilia. And there's a rumor that Chester Williams is the son of John Podesta. And I believe it's true because they genetically look very similar. And he knew what his father was doing. Podesta wears large glasses, and you will see these people in the videos with large glasses. It's always a sign of Podesta to show that they knew that Podesta was at the heart of it. And of course, he worked for Hillary Clinton. So there was some powerful things going on there. In terms of the rap music world, the kingpin on the evil side is Jay-Z. He used and abused Beyonce. She was under his control, under his mind control, and that's why we see her falling apart. It was always Beyonce, but she was falling apart from all of the mind control, the cult control. She was suffering under his control, and she has been emancipated. She's recently released a song talking about that emancipation. The white hat's got her out, and she is now safe. She is protected. She is a good person. Whitney Houston knew that they were going to sacrifice her. She tried frantically to let people know she's going to be sacrificed that night. Her daughter was sacrificed in the same way, only a few months later. And they both died in baths. This is one of the way they suicide people. Whitney Houston's death was highly unusual, in that she was above the hotel where they were having a celebration, these pedophilic people, and they were celebrating the fact that they would suicide her, and I can only imagine what they did with their body. It can't have been good. And people were outraged and shocked that the party could continue while this was happening above. But the party was actually part of this ritual. So those are the people we have identified so far. I hope you enjoy this. So this is about creating a series of concoctions to use in the lovemaking process. And this is not only just about the sexual G-spots. This is also about the beginning and preparing for true lovemaking, which is not just sex, it's true lovemaking. As more and more people around the world come to understand what true lovemaking is, it's going to bring peace and harmony to the earth. I wanted to show you a few of the products that I really like to use a lot. Vicks Vapor Rub, so useful. Vaseline, Johnson & Johnson Vaseline. I've made already a few different balms, which I've got an eczema balm, I've got a cuticle cream, and I've used all my favorite fragrances at this moment. The fragrances that I'm using are frankincense and myrrh, lavender, cayenne pepper tincture, rose oil, and orange blossom. And I'm finding those combinations really great. However, my partner feels it's very feminine, so I'm going to be adding in smells that he likes, and so I'm using his deodorant. And this is just an empty bottle to show you how to make a room mistifier in that regard. And these are my favorite perfumes. Jay happens to love this one the most, so I'm probably going to be using that one in mine. And I'm using foot balm creams, some of my favorite creams. And this is a foot butter that I've already created, which has got just the most fantastic smells in it. And this one is so useful for feet, to just rub the feet and relax them. And this kind of loving that we do with each other is very important to help us to bond and unite with each other. So really great thing to set up your own spa at home. I'll be creating a hand sanitizer, and this sanitizer can actually be used all over your body to sanitize, giving it all the great aromatherapy smells that you love. It should be a smell that both of you love. And here's the hand sanitizer I'm using. Now, I think for the room mist, you would definitely want to rather use a liquid hand sanitizer instead of the gel hand sanitizer, but I don't have any, so I'm going to be using the gel sanitizer. Alright, So first of all, I'm going to be showing you how to make a foot paste that you can then use to treat somebody's feet with. Oh, by the way, another important ingredient is cannabis oil. I've been shown that the cannabis plant has great healing abilities, highly relaxing substance, great for so many different treatments, and cannabis oil really is a great way to utilize it in all sorts of things. We know it helps cancer, helps pain, it helps relaxation. So very good product that I've got with me as well. So in order for us to do the foot butter, I'm going to start with this heel balm as the basic ingredient. I'm going to just move these things out of the way so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So I'm going to fill this one up with some heel balm. I've already put some Vicks Vapor Rub in there, so we need the hot and the cold for the stimulation. Alright, just going to be mixing it with the back of my spoon. So I've got the Vicks Vapor Rub going in here as well. I then want to add the heating product to it. So we want to have a little bit of heat and a little bit of cooling stimulation. I'm using this cayenne pepper tincture, and I'm just going to be putting a drop of this in. Unfortunately, this is nearly finished for me, so I'm just putting in the last of that. And I would probably make a tincture again using oil and some cayenne pepper. Right, so we've got that going really nicely. Now what I'm going to add is my various essential oils, and I'm adding all of the ones that I've got. So here we have the lavender, known for its relaxing properties. This is the frankincense and myrrh. It's a very mature smell, very strong as well, sacred smell, coming from the distant past, bringing with it its knowledge. I then have this one, which is the rose. I love rose water, and this is a great one to also put in. But as I say, you need to find the oils that work for you. They need to smell good to you. That is how aromatherapy works. We choose the smells. I've then got orange blossom. I'm really loving this one at the moment. It's got such a lovely smell. Also citrusy, brings about a kind of citronella almost smell. So I'm going to be mixing this together. I've put all of those ingredients in there. And foot balm, because it's quite a thick foot balm, I'm going to be adding some Vaseline as well. You can then also treat your partner to putting on some soft socks after this to just completely relax the feet. You can do this for your lover while they're watching TV, to just really relax them and let them enjoy it, maybe after a long day's work or before they go to work, something to just let them feel relaxed and joyful. Alright, so there is the foot balm coming together. Now, Jay doesn't particularly enjoy my sweet fragrance, but I love this. It's green tea, it's got the apple fragrance, so I'm going to spray a couple of sprays in there. And then, to balance that out, I'm going to spray his favorite deodorant in there as well. So we've got those two fragrances coming through. And just for good measure, I'm going to be adding another one of my favorite perfumes. It's just a no-name brand. I'm going to be squeezing a little bit of that in. And there we have a beautiful foot balm ready for action. Now this balm obviously can be used on any part of the body. So I'd recommend that you make a tub of it. I would be making something like that in a jar like this that I can use. So that's the foot balm out the way. The next thing I'm going to go on to is a hand sanitizer. This is great for sanitizing before you get down to business. And I'm going to be squeezing a whole lot of this gel hand sanitizer in there. With this one, I'm going to be adding some cannabis oil. Great substance for relaxation. And this can be used for quite a long time, so I've put quite a lot of cannabis oil in there. Now, cannabis oil has quite a, to me, an unpleasant smell. So I'm going to really be counterbalancing that with a lot of fragrance. In this case, I'm going for a little bit of frankincense, and I'm going to be going for the orange blossom because I just love the smell of the orange blossom so much. And then I think a few drops, again, vapor rub, super important. I'm going to be adding a little bit of vapor rub into this to get that menthol texture in. Alright, mixing that up into a creamy kind of paste. You know, you can also use this as a room deodorizer, because if you leave it open, it actually deodorizes the whole room. And my caravan is smelling like so good from all the things I've been doing. Okay, so you get that kind of texture, and I think that's all I'm going to add for mine at this stage. Although I think I'm going to just add a bit of J spray, and this one is super sweet, so I'm going to add a bit of sweetness to it. And that becomes a room deodorizer as well as a hand sanitizer. Alright. And my cayenne pepper tincture is finished, so I'm just going to leave that like that. So here we have the balm, and we have a room sanitizer as well as a deodorizer. The next one I'm going to talk about is going to be a serum. Okay. This is now the pure oil that you would use around the G-spot, and you're going to definitely be starting with your Vicks Vapor Rub, or any menthol for that matter. Okay, you're going to definitely be using that. We're definitely going to want quite a lot of alcohol, which I'm going to put in with the spray. And I'm going to put in with the other perfume sprays as well. But then we need to make it oily. So then we're going to add in the special oils, and obviously you can make as much or as little as you want to, using whatever oils work for you and whatever perfumes work for you. Frankincense, definitely. All of these fragrances, definitely. Lavender for relaxation. The smells definitely affect the body, and we have tried this out and it does work. And the feelings associated with it as well do work. So I'm putting in quite a lot. These are oil based, so that's why it's a serum. And obviously my favorite, the orange blossom right at the moment. I'm sure the other blossoms smell just as good, but that's what mine is going to smell like. And a squirt of this as well. And of course, I'm going to add some cannabis oil to the mix. And that is your serum, and you can put this into a tiny little bottle of some kind, or you can make quite a lot of it, and this will be your serum. Right, so that's all I'm going to be talking about today. I hope you enjoyed these videos and the information I've been able to give, and that this will really help you in your life going forward. Thanks for listening. Please follow me on the Skeptic Medium on YouTube and Facebook. My name is Christy. Have a wonderful day.